We're making indie anime in Blender. Don't forget to like and subscribe and support this project on Patreon. Let's go. All right, we're back. Wrapping up a freelance gig today, and I had a couple of spare minutes to get this shot done. So, what I want to talk about today is how I would imagine a shot like this would be achieved back in the day, because I don't know, and I don't have access to the people who would have been able to explain it to me. But I would imagine, you have this character here. The door is opening up, right? The shadows are revealing the character. So usually you would think maybe they're doing like a new drawing for every frame. But this character's head also moves just a little bit. It moves down and his expression changes. So that head would be split out into its own cell layer, right? So it would be prohibitive, especially back in those days, to do something like this. What might end up happening, realistically, is they just do the animation, and instead of animating the shadows on the actual character, they would probably just have drawn like a still frame of the shadows, and then maybe animating the shadows on the face, not necessarily the door casting the shadows onto the character, but just the static shadows, and the character would have just been lit beneath the door layer as it revealed him. One way that I can think that they might have been able to go about this is, so the line art was Xeroxed onto the acetate, right? And I don't know if there was a sort of limit to how many times you could sort of Xerox the line art, but if you had unlimited Xeroxes, or maybe you were able to do like 3 different drawings or whatever, and then Xerox those, what you could do then is you could have a case where you're Xeroxing every 2 frames just a still image, and then you're having the paint artists, draw based on the layout. They're somehow copying the shadow lines onto the top of the cell. So the only way that I can think of is that was traced on somehow with like some sort of maybe like a crayon pencil, or somehow they were getting these lines that were close enough to the characters' colors that they didn't stand out all that much. But still, they were on top of the cell, right? So you can see how this sort of process would be extremely prohibitive back in the day. And with digital methods, we get a really great result.